Life is testing you, asking one simple question: how bad do you really want it? No one is coming to save you. Let that sink in. There is no miracle, no shortcut, no perfect moment waiting around the corner. It's just you and the truth you've been running from. That pain you feel right now, that exhaustion, that voice in your head telling you to slow down, to quit, to take it easy. That voice is lying to you. You're not tired, you're uncomfortable. Uncomfortable with the fact that you've been living far below your potential. Uncomfortable with the discipline your dreams actually require. Life doesn't get easier, you get harder. Most people quit when it gets painful, but pain is the tuition for greatness. You either pay it now, or you spend the rest of your life in regret. Look in the mirror and be honest. Did you give everything today? Or did you give excuses wrapped in comfort? Because excuses feel good in the moment, but they rot your soul over time. When you're tired, keep going. When your mind is screaming, push harder. When you feel alone, good. That's where real growth happens. Champions aren't built when people are watching. They're built in silence, in suffering, in moments where quitting feels justified. Every morning you wake up with a choice: stay a victim of your past, or become the savage who owns it. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody owes you understanding. The world only respects results. So carry the pain, carry the doubt, carry the weight, and move forward anyway. Because one day, the same struggle that almost broke you will become the story that proves you were never weak. You were just untested. Stay hard. You keep asking for motivation, but motivation is weak. It disappears the moment things get uncomfortable. What you need is accountability, the kind that forces you to face who you really are when no one is watching. Most people are addicted to comfort. They build their lives around avoiding pain, then wonder why they feel empty. Pain isn't the problem. Avoiding it is. Every time you choose comfort over discipline, you teach your mind that quitting is acceptable. And once quitting becomes a habit, it spreads into every part of your life. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your training. So train your mind when it hurts. Train when you're exhausted. Train when every excuse sounds reasonable. That's how you separate yourself. Stop romanticizing your potential. Potential means nothing without execution. The world doesn't reward intention. It rewards proof. There will be days when you feel invisible. Days when no one claps. Days when your progress feels meaningless. Good. That's the price of becoming uncommon. You weren't born confident. You earn confidence by keeping promises to yourself when breaking them would be easier. Every scar you carry is a receipt, proof that you showed up when quitting would have been justified. So stop waiting for life to feel fair. It never will. Load the weight, embrace the grind, choose the hard path every single time. Because in the end, the only thing more painful than discipline is regret. Let's get real. Most of you don't fail because you're incapable. You fail because you negotiate with weakness. You wake up tired. You listen to it. You feel fear. You obey it. You feel pain. You retreat. And every time you do that, you hand over control of your life. Your mind is not your friend. It's a battlefield. And if you don't dominate it, it will dominate you. The truth hurts, and that's why people avoid it. Because it exposes laziness. It exposes excuses. It exposes the gap between who you say you want to be and how you actually live. You say you want more, but your actions are average. Your habits are weak. Your standards are low. Greatness doesn't come from wishing. It comes from doing what you hate over and over until your mind breaks and then rebuilds stronger. When your body says, "I'm done," you're barely at 40%. That's where the real work starts. That's where you find out who you are. Nobody sees those hours. Nobody applauds that pain. But that's exactly why it matters. Because when life hits you hard, and it will, you won't rise to confidence. You'll fall back on what you've trained. So suffer now. Get uncomfortable on purpose. Seek the hard path while others avoid it. Build a mind so calloused that doubt has nowhere to live. And one day, when everyone asks how you became so strong, you'll know the truth. You didn't get lucky. You didn't get motivated. You got relentless. You want honesty? Here it is. Most people will never become who they could have been. Not because they're weak, but because they refuse to be uncomfortable long enough. They quit when it stops feeling good. They stop when it stops being praised. They slow down when it gets lonely. And that's why they stay ordinary. You don't need more confidence. You need more scars. Scars come from showing up when your emotions are begging you to stop. Your feelings don't matter in war. And this is war. A war against your excuses, your past, your weakness. There will be days you hate yourself. Days you feel empty. Days you wonder if it's even worth it. Good. That's the price of killing the old version of you. Stop asking if it's too hard. Hard is the point. Hard is what filters out everyone who doesn't deserve it. When you train in darkness, you don't need validation in the light. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. Let them think you're obsessed. They didn't feel the pain that built you. You're not chasing motivation anymore. You're chasing standards. Standards that don't bend when life gets heavy. And one day, when you stand alone at the top, you won't feel proud. You'll feel calm. Because you'll know you earned every inch of it. Nobody tells you this part. After the pain, after the discipline, after you've outworked everyone around you, there is silence, no applause, no crowd. Just you and the person you became. This is where most people crack, because they didn't build themselves for purpose. They built themselves for validation. But validation fades. Purpose doesn't. You don't do this to be seen. You do this because weakness disgusts you now, because comfort feels heavier than pain ever did. At this level, motivation is dead. Emotion is irrelevant. All that's left is identity. This is who you are now. You don't ask if you should train. You train. You don't ask if it's hard. You expect it. You don't ask for permission. You execute. Your past doesn't haunt you anymore. It fuels you. Every failure became data. Every loss became armor. Every scar became a reminder you survived yourself. Most people will never understand this mindset, and that's fine. This path was never meant to be crowded. You didn't become hard to intimidate others. You became hard to break. So when life hits again, and it will, you won't panic. You'll smile. Because you've already been to hell and built a home there. This isn't motivation. This is transformation. Here's the final truth most people never reach. Strength isn't loud anymore. It doesn't need to prove anything. It doesn't need attention. You've suffered enough to know who you are. You don't talk about discipline. You live it. You don't threaten greatness, you execute it quietly. While others explain their dreams, you're already working. You understand now. This was never about winning against others. It was about refusing to lose to yourself. You no longer fear pain. Pain became familiar, predictable, manageable. What scares you now is complacency, because you've seen what comfort does to people. You've seen talent rot. You've seen potential die from too much rest. That will never be you. You move when it's inconvenient. You train when it's boring. You push when there's no reward. That's why your confidence is calm. That's why your presence is heavy. That's why your standards scare people. You don't need to say, "Stay hard" anymore. You are hard. And when this life finally tries to break you one last time, it will fail, because you already broke yourself on purpose and rebuilt something unkillable. This isn't motivation. This is who you are now. You don't need a new life. You need a higher pain tolerance for the one you already have. Comfort is the most addictive drug on the planet. Once it controls you, ambition dies quietly. If your goals don't scare you, you're not aiming high enough. You're hiding. Every excuse you make today is a chain you'll wear tomorrow. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about doing it anyway, especially when you hate it. You didn't hit your limit. You hit the moment where quitting felt reasonable. Confidence isn't built by winning. It's built by refusing to quit when losing hurts. Most people want the results of pain without ever respecting the process. When no one is watching, that's when your future is being decided. You don't rise when life gets easy. You rise when you decide pain won't control you anymore. The strongest people aren't emotional. They're disciplined. You say you're tired, but your life hasn't even demanded enough from you yet. Stop asking how long it will take. Ask how long you're willing to suffer. Your past isn't holding you back. Your tolerance for discomfort is. Average feels safe, until one day it feels unbearable. You don't grow when it's convenient. You grow when quitting makes sense, and you refuse. 2. Your comfort zone is a beautifully decorated prison. 3. The mind quits long before the body does. Train the mind. 4. Pain is temporary. Regret has a lifetime membership. You don't need balance. You need commitment. Most people aren't scared of failure. They're scared of finding out how strong they could be. Being tired isn't an emergency. It's an expectation. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. If you avoid suffering, you're volunteering for mediocrity. The days you want to quit are the days that count the most. You don't break limits by thinking. You break them by bleeding through them. Excuses are lies you tell yourself to protect a weak habit. The grind doesn't care how you feel. Soft minds create hard lives. Hard minds create freedom. Being uncomfortable is the entry fee to becoming uncommon. You don't need permission to suffer for your goals. Every rep is a vote for the person you're becoming. When you stop negotiating with pain, you start winning. Average is loud. Greatness is quiet. Endure now, dominate later. There was a moment when quitting felt reasonable. That moment was the test. And everything you are today was decided by how you answered it. You didn't wake up weak. You became weak every time you chose comfort over the hard thing you knew you had to do. One day you'll look back and realize the pain you tried to avoid was the strength you were supposed to earn.